George Kambosos says that Devin Haney is angry after news broke that Lomachenko is turning down the fight. He's going to stay at home. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to my channel. Now, let's jump right into it. So, George Kambosos, he's had some stuff to say, and I'll try to go from the top. So, he says, when the gate is closed, the little dog barks and is full of energy. But let's see when the gate is full and fully open, if the little dog has the same bark and energy. Tick, tick, tick. And you see the first comment says, stop the cap. You're only choosing Haney because Loma turned it down to defend his country, which is what I said, right? Devin Haney responded, my energy will forever be the same. You were forced into this position. Let's not confuse the people. And that's exactly what that first comment says, right? And he posted this graphic. It said, good, see you in Melbourne then. And it's a picture of Devin Haney, face cut out with a like dog behind the gate, right? And then he posted the time, the flight time. It says Melbourne is 19 hours, almost a 20-hour flight. Oh, she's a long one. I've done it countless times across the Pacific. Devin says, I know how long the flight is, long as my dear. Don't try to talk me out of it, bitch. I'm on my way. And then he posted the same dog picture and he says, oh, someone's angry. Woof, woof, woof. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of George Kambosos' like roast and taunts. And it says you can have the biggest ick in the world, but without big balls, you're pretty damn useless. Yeah, let me know what you guys think of George Kambosos' roast game. And then ESPN posted nothing but respect. I respect your decision. I totally understand and pray for you and your country. Please stay safe. And once I wipe the floor with Devin Haney, we will make the fight between two real champions. God bless. Now, I want to say this. I feel like George Kambosos has changed his tune. Before, when he beat Teofimo, he said he wasn't even interested in fighting Lomachenko because he said he already beat the guy who beat the guy. He said, I whooped Teofimo Lopez and Teofimo Lopez beat Lomachenko. So he's like, there's nothing to prove with Lomachenko. And now you look at it, George Kambosos is paying a lot of homage and saying nothing but favorable things about Lomachenko. And then he's like taunting and roasting or trying to roast Devin Haney, which is kind of funny if you think about it, because he went to Devin Haney's fight when Devin Haney was fighting Joseph Diaz Jr. And at the JoJo fight, he seemed real cordial towards Devin Haney. Like, it didn't seem like there was real life tension. They had a respect. They were right next to each other, you know? And it's like they had a respect for each other. And he's like, no, I respect him. Yeah, let's get the numbers right and, you know, we can make it do what it do. But then now, maybe because they're possibly close to fighting, it seems like a whole different story. And it seems like the guy the guy in Lomachenko that Kambosos said he wasn't even really interested in fighting, now he's saying he's a real champion and basically doing what old media does and calling Devin Haney a paper champion, saying Devin's not real, Devin's a dog barking, etc., etc. Very weird, the switch up in my honest opinion. I have no choice but to feel that's kind of weird. But nonetheless, I'm glad we're getting the fight. I think Devin Haney has been in a situation where, like he's saying, don't get it twisted. I don't feel, that bed is huge. Look at that bed. I don't feel that a lot of these guys, they're not fighting Devin Haney because that's their first choice. They're fighting Devin Haney because that's their only choice. And they ran out of other choices. So they're kind of backed into a corner. Like, look at it. I remember they were trying to make Jorge Linares versus Ryan Garcia. For whatever reason, Ryan Garcia didn't fight Linares. Devin Haney, being who he is, he said, I'll fight him. and then he fought him and he slayed him, minus the 10 seconds of the last 10, round 10 or whatever, right? A Golden Boy fighter. Same concept. Another Golden Boy fighter coming off of a Javier Fortuna win, and that was Joseph Diaz Jr. And there was some back and forth. Joseph Jojo Diaz said he gonna beat Devin Haney up, and that didn't even come close to being the truth. There's a good picture with him and Berchelt, and that was the furthest thing from how the fight played out. But the same concept. Golden Boy, I have it on tape and I made a video about it. Oscar De La Hoya said, why won't Ryan fight Devin Haney? And he was like, who knows Devin Haney? Devin Haney, he needs to be promoted right. And I'm like, what does that have to do with it? And then when Ryan pulled out of the Joseph Jojo Diaz fight, then they made Devin Haney and Jojo Diaz. And then he beat another Golden Boy fighter. Same concept here with Kambosos, except he's not with Golden Boy. That's the only like marquee difference, is that Kambosos is with Lou DiBella. That's literally the only difference. But it's the same concept. He was trying to go in a different direction, and something came up based on the status of the Ukraine being invaded. And listen, I said what I said, but I think they're trying to, I don't think you're able to leave to go box. I really don't see that, because they were saying if you're an able-bodied person by martial law, you have to stay there. And then all of a sudden, Bob Arum said that he was granted like some kind of clemency or asylum to leave. And then now a week later, he's saying that Lomachenko chose to stay. So I think this is it sounds to me like a fluff piece. Like Lomachenko, I don't know if the bottom line, it sounds fishy. I don't think it was ever in the cards for Lomachenko to leave the Ukraine like they were mentioning. I think it was always the plan, whether Lomachenko wanted it like that or the status quo. That's what I believe. I believe that Loma pretty much had to stay or chose to stay, and he was never going to leave. But that whole story about him and Usyk being granted escape or whatever to train boxing, that just seems weird. Like if you're doing like basically if your country's being invaded and there's a military draft, are they going to let you leave just to box? Like who's worried about boxing at a time like that during crisis? Needless to say, let me know what you guys make of the Devin Haney and George Kambosos beef and back and forth. Let me know your fight predictions. I have a lot of thoughts, but I'll save some of them for future videos. So you guys got to subscribe to get that action. And I'm out. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We work.